small garden can hold an entire way of life. As we enter this space, we do not see a formal landscape built only for display. We see a place that invites us to work, rest, experiment, and return every day. The gravel path is narrow, the wooden shed is simple, and the containers are gathered close together, yet the garden never feels limited. It feels generous because every surface has a purpose. Flowers soften the timber, climbing roses lift the eye, and the warm windows create a quiet destination. You can imagine beginning the morning here with a watering can and ending the day beneath the same soft light. The shed gives the garden its center of gravity. It may store tools, compost, pots, and seed packets, but its value goes beyond storage. It creates a sense of arrival. When you walk toward it, the garden begins to unfold in layers. The nearest containers reveal texture and color, the trellises frame the middle distance, and the shed completes the view at the end. This simple arrangement makes the space feel deeper than it really is. We do not need a grand garden building to achieve that effect. A modest timber structure can become memorable when the path, planting, and surrounding views are designed to lead us toward it. The path is the quiet organizer of the whole garden. Without it, the containers could feel scattered and the planting could become difficult to read. The gravel creates a clear route while keeping the atmosphere relaxed and informal. It also provides a soft, neutral surface beneath the stronger colors of the flowers. As we move forward, each group of pots becomes a small scene of its own. You can pause beside a metal trough, look beneath a rose-covered trellis, or turn toward the planting table. A good path does more than connect one place to another. It controls pace, creates anticipation, and gives the garden a natural beginning and end. Large containers bring stability to a garden filled with delicate flowers. The galvanized troughs and deeper planters hold generous combinations without making the space feel fragile. They allow taller blooms, rounded foliage, and trailing plants to grow together as one complete composition. You can build each container in layers, beginning with one strong plant for height, adding fuller forms through the middle, and allowing softer growth to fall over the edge. This approach creates depth even when the garden itself is compact. We also gain flexibility because the containers can be moved, replanted, or refreshed as the seasons change, while the overall structure of the garden remains clear. Smaller pots create rhythm and detail. They work best when they are arranged in families rather than placed one by one across the ground. A large container can be supported by 2 medium pots and a smaller one near the front. Repeating this pattern in different areas helps the garden feel connected. You can also repeat materials to create unity. Dark pots give visual weight, terracotta brings warmth, and galvanized metal reflects soft daylight. The containers do not need to match perfectly. They simply need to speak the same language. When we control their spacing, height, and relationship to the path, even a large collection begins to feel calm and intentional. Vertical planting gives the garden another dimension. The rose-covered trellises do not take much ground space, yet they change the entire experience. They frame views, divide the garden gently, and guide the eye upward. This makes the space feel taller, more private, and more immersive. You can use climbing roses, clematis, jasmine, sweet peas, or other vines that suit your climate. The important decision is where to place them. A trellis can mark an entrance, hide a less attractive boundary, or create a soft transition between the working area and a seating corner. We do not need many vertical elements. A few well-positioned structures can give the whole garden shape. The planting table makes the garden feel lived in. It is not styled as a perfect display that must remain untouched. It holds pots, tools, cuttings, soil, gloves, and the small evidence of work in progress. That practical character is part of the beauty. A garden becomes more meaningful when it supports real routines. You may use the table to sow seeds in spring, divide herbs in summer, prepare bulbs in autumn, or clean containers before winter. Because everything is close at hand, small tasks become easier to begin. We are more likely to care for a garden when the space welcomes the work instead of forcing us to hide it. Color is abundant, but it is not without order. Pink may lead the composition, while purple, blue, orange, yellow, and white appear as supporting notes. Green foliage links everything together and gives the eye a place to rest. You can create the same balance by choosing one dominant color, one secondary color, and a few smaller accents. Repeating those tones in different containers makes the garden feel connected, even when the flowers are varied. We should also think about bloom shape. Rounded clusters, tall spires, flat daisy-like flowers, and trailing petals create contrast through form as well as color. This keeps the planting lively without making it visually exhausting. A small seating corner changes the garden from a place we maintain into a place we inhabit. It does not need to be large. A bench, a simple chair, or 2 cushions near the shed can be enough. The best position is often slightly away from the main path, where you can look across the flowers instead of sitting in the middle of the movement. From there, the garden becomes a framed view. You notice the changing light, the movement of leaves, and the way one flower opens while another fades. When you give yourself a place to pause, the work of gardening becomes connected to the pleasure of simply being outside. Morning is when this garden feels most active. The light is clear, the plants are fresh, and watering becomes a quiet routine rather than a chore. By late morning, the colors become brighter and the gravel path feels warmer beneath the sun. Around midday, the shed offers shade and the deeper planting keeps the space from appearing flat. In the afternoon, longer shadows begin to separate the containers and reveal their shapes more clearly. We can use these changes when arranging the garden. Plants that enjoy strong light can sit in open areas, while more delicate varieties can remain near the shed, beneath trellises, or beside taller foliage. Evening brings a different kind of beauty, but it does not need to dominate the garden. A little warm light from the shed is enough to create atmosphere. The windows become a gentle focal point, while the flowers settle into softer shapes beneath the blue sky. You can add a small lamp near the door or a subtle light along the main path, but the garden should still feel natural. Too much illumination would compete with the quiet character of the space. We want to see just enough to understand the path, recognize the shed, and feel invited to stay for a few more minutes before the day ends. Practical care becomes easier when containers are grouped by need. Plants that prefer regular moisture can share one area, while herbs and drought-tolerant varieties can be placed where the soil dries more quickly. Larger containers usually hold moisture longer, but they still need clear drainage. Smaller pots may need more frequent attention, especially in warm weather. You can reduce the workload by placing the most demanding plants near the water source or planting table. We should also leave enough space to reach every container without stepping over flowers. Good access protects the plants, saves time, and allows the garden to remain enjoyable rather than becoming difficult to manage. What makes this garden feel special is the balance between care and imperfection. A vine may reach beyond its trellis, a flower may lean into the path, and a few unused pots may wait beneath the table. These details do not weaken the design. They show that the garden is alive. You are not creating a picture that must remain frozen. You are creating a place that can respond to weather, growth, work, and time. When the main structure is clear, small changes feel natural rather than messy. The path, shed, trellises, and large containers provide stability, while everything else is free to evolve around them. As we look back through the flowers toward the glowing shed, the garden feels both abundant and peaceful. There is enough color to create joy, enough structure to create calm, and enough practical space to support real use. You can borrow these ideas even if your own garden is smaller. Begin with a clear path. Choose one destination. Group containers instead of scattering them. Add vertical planting where the ground is limited. Leave room for a table, a chair, and the work that keeps the garden growing. Over time, these simple decisions can create more than a beautiful view. They can create a daily ritual, a place of attention, and a stronger connection to the seasons.